If fat is stored energy and you need energy to survive, then here's the thing. All you have to do is use the energy. And you have to keep in mind, it's something I say a lot, but that I'm going to keep on saying. You have to understand that if you are having a hard time losing fat, it's not that the fat in and of itself is bad. It's not that the fat is stubborn. It's that it's something in your lifestyle that you need to change so that you're not taking in too much energy. Hey, what's going on? Good morning. This is Sean, empowering you to look better, to feel better, and to take full control of your health. I want you guys to remember something. Just really, really take this to heart. All fat is stored energy. That's all it is. Now, in theory, you probably already know that, but I want you to take it simply for what it is. It's stored energy. So, what I want you to understand from that is, first of all, there's a purpose for fat in your body. Fat is not nefarious, fat is not evil. Fat is just, it's not this negative thing. It is actually a very genius thing that God made our bodies to do to protect us in times of famine, so to speak, whenever we don't have much. Okay. So, and that's among many other things. Fat has other functions too, but fat is a way that your body takes extra energy that you consume and stores it for you to be able to use for a rainy day, so to speak, in times of famine. So that's what fat is. And to add to that is, if fat is stored energy, think about this. Literally, you require energy day to day to survive, to be able to do all the different things you do, the voluntary movements, like, for example, me talking and moving my hand like this here and moving my body and whatnot is requiring energy that my muscles are using. They're taking in energy and using that to kind of do the things that they do. And there's also the involuntary movements that you do, the breathing, constant breathing, heartbeat, organs, all various organs kind of doing all the things they do. All of this requires energy. Okay. If fat is stored energy and you need energy to survive, then here's the thing. All you have to do is use the energy. And you have to keep in mind, it's something I say a lot, but that I'm going to keep on saying. You have to understand that if you are having a hard time losing fat, it's not that the fat in and of itself is bad. It's not that the fat is stubborn. It's that it's something in your lifestyle that you need to change so that you're not taking in too much energy. Now, it's not necessarily as much in our society, in my opinion, that we are being gluttons. In other words, that we're eating too much. It's that we're eating foods that are too high in energy. And so, literally, in particular, and I'm trying to say this carefully so it's completely understood, if you are consuming a lot of sugar, sugary foods, a lot of starchy foods, in particular, if it is processed, if these are processed foods, and if you are someone who is just not that active, there's your issue. Now, what I contend is that because all fat is energy and you need energy to survive, what I contend is it's a couple things going on that I'm gonna summarize it. One, you're probably consuming too much energy, particularly in the form of sugary, starchy foods, mainly processed. Two, you are not active enough. Okay? You're not active enough. And then to summarize those, what we're dealing with is not stubborn fat, even though it feels stubborn, but rather what we're dealing with is a battle against the flesh. It's a battle against the flesh. Because if you really think about the fact that fat is just stored energy, this is why I've said before that fat is not, it's really not hard to lose fat because conceptually it's not hard. Now, I do understand it feels hard though, but I contend it's because of the battle against the flesh. It's not because fat in and of itself is hard to lose, if you can kind of follow what I'm saying. What you have to understand is what a lot of what we're dealing with is addiction. These foods are addictive. They've been made to be addictive. Okay. And so we feel like, notice the word, the emphasis on feel. We feel like we can't not eat these things. But you got to understand you have to be able to reduce this to a decision. Trust me, I know it's hard. It feels hard. But once you make the decision, you're going to have to, of course, grapple with that physically because your body's going to be screaming at you to keep on eating the food or keep on sitting on the couch. But if you will understand that you have the power over your own will, that literally, like for example, just like I can make my hand do this, I decide close my hand and then I do it. That's the same way it is whenever it comes to you eating the food or not eating it. I'm not going to say it's going to feel good because it's not, but it is just a feeling. But your feelings are not you. Saying that to say, fat is just stored energy. Stored energy for a time when you don't have as much. So if you want to lose fat, you just have to use the energy and you also have to ensure that you're not consuming more energy than you need, especially in the form of processed, sugary, starchy foods. And let me say this too, and then I'll let you guys go. I've said this in a recent recording. You probably need to rethink how you thought about exercise and movement because our society has made us so used to thinking that you have to, that exercise, you got to fit in an exercise session, you know. And don't get me wrong, you do. You need to exercise. But my point more so is all of us are not moving enough. Even the people who exercise most likely are not moving enough because we're actually made to be moving beings, like moving throughout the day. And because we've moved our society by human decision into a direction where we're sedentary most of the day, you cannot undo that by one exercise session. That's why one thing I'm doing now is exercising throughout the day. Every hour, I'm trying to do something, whether it's walking or doing some calisthenics or something. I'm trying to do something every day. I mean, every hour of the day, every waking hour of the day. Okay. So you need to rethink the whole concept of exercise and movement as well. But anyhow, fat, my friends, is just stored energy. Have a good day. I have a question for you. Have you been unsuccessful at losing weight for years? Have you been finding it difficult to beat cravings that keep you in fat gain mode? Are you lacking motivation on your weight loss journey? If so, My group diet coaching program has been made specifically for you. With my group diet coaching, I help people who have unsuccessfully tried to lose weight for years to get motivated, to beat cravings, and to learn how to eat healthy so that they can finally lose the weight, look how they desire to look, and take full control of their health. My group diet coaching includes customized diet strategies, weekly food journal tracking, a weekly group coaching call, as well as my own curated mini workouts that you can do in the privacy of your own home to help you to be finally successful on your weight loss journey. If that sounds good to you, join me today. Patreon.com/Sean B2B Fitness. If you like this content, you might also be interested in one of my books. Learn how you can take steps literally today to successfully manage, control, and overcome common issues such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and belly fat. It's all about putting power back in your hands to improve your own health. Get your book copy today by the links in the description or by visiting SeanMcClennan.com/books. Also, don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe, and join my email list at SeanMcClendon.com/subscribe.